Hey, this is a video for those of you with kids who are worried about them getting in the nutrients they need. A lot of times kids are picky eaters or just, scared to try new things, or they just eat way too much of one food category, all those sorts of concerns. So I just want to share a little bit about what we do at our house. Certainly, we are not perfect. I'm just a regular mom like you, trying to just do my best. But I learned that it's important to really pay attention to exactly what's going in and on their bodies. And I learned that when my oldest was just a baby and he had really severe eczema, especially on his cheeks and behind his knees. And it was so bad that he would just scratch at it really hard, and he wasn't sleeping, and it was miserable, and the pediatrician didn't know why that was happening and did not have a solution. We were given a steroid cream and told we could use it for 2 days, and we had to discontinue, and it would clear it up and then come raging right back. At one point, she suggested a Clorox bleach bath, and I just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. So I decided I'm going to have to learn about this for myself. So I did. And so now I'm just really passionate about sharing this information because I don't think we're getting enough information at our doctor's offices. They're very busy. They don't have a ton of time, and conventional doctors are not educated in the full range of solutions. They don't study nutrition, either not at all or hardly at all. So they don't understand how to use food as medicine. They don't understand natural remedies, etc. So I'm going to share with you what we have landed on in our house. I have 3 kids, currently 9, 7, and 5. My oldest is a decent eater. He'll try anything, but he certainly does not eat anywhere near enough vegetables as I would like. Fruit, all good. And luckily they go to a school where the food is provided and it's pretty good. So the chef there tries to do organic as much as he can and all that sort of stuff. So it's not as bad as, eating at some other schools, but still, I'm not there to determine what they're going to be eating. They're making their own choices. I'm not packing a lunch, so I have to educate them about food, which is good. I did read a book that influenced me a lot called "It's Not About the Broccoli," and it basically talks about the importance of not stressing out about food and creating good foods and bad foods and reward foods, and all of that can really lead them to be adults who have certain emotional ties to food or could lead to potentially disordered eating. So how do we just establish healthy habits around food and healthy boundaries, but not let it get us totally stressed out? Okay, so here's what we do. This is our multivitamin. This is called A to Z from doTERRA. As I was researching brands to give my kids, I kept finding that a brand would have some of the things I wanted and not all of the things. For example, a lot of brands have a synthetic form of vitamin B12. That's called cyanocobalamin. I was looking for methylcobalamin. So I found a product that was good up until that point, and then I don't want them to have the synthetic B12, so ditch that one. And that happened with a lot of different products, even products like from Whole Foods, where I figured this stuff has got to be great. It's from Whole Foods, but it's not necessarily. Like, you still have to do your homework. And so when I found this one, I found everything I was looking for. It has folate instead of folic acid, and the folate comes from lemon peel, so a whole food source. It's got magnesium and zinc and copper, vitamin D, the B vitamins, vitamin A. The other thing about this stuff is, I'm learning now that I'm back in school, is there's a lot of cofactors. So vitamin D, for example, you need A and K with it. And it also, vitamin D depletes magnesium. So if you're taking a bunch of vitamin D, because you probably heard to do that, it boosts your immune system, and it's actually a hormone, but it depletes magnesium. So if you're taking a bunch of vitamin D, you really need magnesium as well. And most people are deficient in magnesium. And so this has the magnesium in it. And so it just had everything I wanted in the right amounts, in the right formats. It also has a superfood blend, because our kids just don't eat typically a variety of produce or enough of it. So this has pineapple, pomegranate, spirulina, broccoli, carrot, etc. So this is a pretty unique and awesome product that I totally recommend. And I'll show you what it looks like in case you're trying to determine, would my kid eat that or not. Just a little chewable like this. And I find it very, very easy for them to chew up. We also do a probiotic. and this is the one we use. This comes as a powder. You might be able to hear it. And I basically just cut off the top, and they take it like a pixie stick, like that. It's got a sweet taste, but like a soft sweet taste. So it's not overpowering, and it's really, really good. It's strawberry melon. It tastes awesome. I even like it sometimes. if I'm having a sugar craving and really, really, really need something to help me get the sweet fix without the junk, every once in a while I'll have one of these. But that's an aside. So probiotic is critical for healthy gut health. And if your gut or the kid's gut is out of balance, out of whack, it's going to cause a whole bunch of problems. They may not show up till a little later, but your immune system starts in your gut. And especially if your child has had to take antibiotics at any point, what drives me totally crazy is the doctors don't talk about the need to replenish the good bacteria. So you take the antibiotic, it kills the good and the bad, it kills everything. And if you don't put the good guys back in there, there's going to be an overgrowth of bad guys that cause a lot of problems. So we do these on a daily basis. My guys haven't been on antibiotics in a long time, but if they were to need them for some reason, I would double up on these. So that's something for you to learn about and consider for yourself. But repopulating for anybody, repopulating your gut after antibiotic use is so, so, so critical. I know for myself, I was on a lot of antibiotics as a child for ear infections, which now I have learned that most ear infections are viral, not bacterial. So I was probably taking all those antibiotics and just hurting myself, basically ruining my gut. So until doctors start recommending probiotic routine with the antibiotics, that's going to continue to drive me crazy, and I'm going to try to spread the message. So there is one more thing we do, because my younger two are really, really terrible about eating. Like, they're just super picky. And I'll tell you, I figured I'd smoke them out, and I didn't even have stuff in the house I didn't want them eating, like mac and cheese or pizza, and so I just didn't even have it. So no matter how much they complained, I couldn't give it to them. And I figured I'll smoke them out because they'll get hungry. No, they did not. They basically didn't eat for 3 days. So it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. And so what I do, because I don't want to stress about them not eating fruits and vegetables, among other things, is we added in some Juice Plus. And this is what that looks like. There's a green one and a red one. There's also a purple one. And I'll show you what it looks like. This looks like this. These also come as capsules, so if you don't want the gummy, it comes as a capsule, but obviously if your kid is younger and can't swallow pills, then you need to do this. I also take these myself because I'm taking a bunch of other supplements. I just don't want to swallow any more pills, and so I do the gummies. And they are really, really delicious. It's kind of nice. I feel like when I take these, I feel like I'm having a little treat, and it keeps me from eating, chocolate or cookies or something like that. So this is different than vitamins. This is to basically the phytonutrients, antioxidants from fruits and vegetables is meant to fill that gap. So that's why we do a multivitamin and Juice Plus. Obviously, like I said, this has some superfoods in it, but my kids are just, I know they're pretty deficient, so I just needed some extra. And so this is how we get it. So those are some basics of what we do. I also have a pantry makeover guide on my website at wellnesswarriorsforhealth.com. If you want just some information, tips, and tricks on making over your pantry in a more healthy way that's realistic and not overwhelming. This is just something I put together based on what we did. We just have, normal family. We're not doing anything too crazy, but I found some good products that I can share with you and some good tips about reading labels and stuff like that. So if you'd like to go get that guide, it's up on my website. If you have any questions, feel free to email them over to me at TrishaHealthCoach@gmail.com, TRICIA healthcoach@gmail.com. I am very happy to answer your questions. I'm also an essential oil educator, so if you've been hearing about essential oils, you're kind of curious what that's all about, I would love to chat with you and tell you about them, see if they're a fit for you. You can set up a free consult with me just through my website or through my email. I hope that helps, and good luck out there.